What can I say about the Rusty Lake series that hasn't already been said about Gregori Rasputin's Dream Journal? Beginning with Rusty Lake Hotel in January of 2016, the Rusty Lake series of games is a fever dream of surreal, grotesque imagery combined with clever, sometimes cruel puzzles. And I don't mean fever dream as in, yeah dude, this game is weird as fuck. No. I'm saying that if I were running a temperature of 105 for a week, many of the moments in the Rusty Lake games would be among my countless opium den-style hallucinations. Rusty Lake Paradise is the third entry in this series, following Rusty Lake Hotel and Rusty Lake Roots. It was released in January of 2018 and concerns you, a young man who was returned to his family's home, a little island called Paradise, stuck somewhere in the middle of the titular Rusty Lake. Your island has been cursed with the 10 plagues of Egypt, and it's up to you to solve each plague through a series of increasingly strange riddles and games, bringing one plague to a rest after the other, and slowly unlocking more and more truth about yourself, your family, and the past that brought you to this point. Like the entries before it, the gameplay style of Rusty Lake Paradise is something of an old-school point-and-click adventure, with some of the most inventive, bizarre puzzles I've ever seen in a game. The developers at Rusty Lake are definitely finding their stride as this series progresses, and that shows in the puzzles in particular. While any among us can grow to expect some moon logic out of their adventure games, I can remember some of the riddles in Rusty Lake Hotel feeling a bit too random and convoluted. And while the developers have met us halfway by actually posting complete walkthroughs of the puzzle solutions on their YouTube channel, nothing quite beats the satisfying feeling of forcing your own cleverness on a question that doesn't at first seem to have an easy solution. Rusty Lake Paradise had almost none of those obtuse moments. And while some of the puzzles were frustrating or seemingly random, I can say without hyperbole that the Rusty Lake series might have some of the freshest, most varied gaming riddles I've seen in years. The aesthetic of Paradise is basically the same as the previous games. Creepy, two-dimensional family members stare out at you with dead-looking eyes, while boils, locusts, and all manner of slippery, slimy things have a bloated, almost cartoony feeling that makes them that much more unsettling. The voice acting is a little odd. I'm almost certain that every man, woman, and child in Rusty Lake Paradise is voiced by the same actor. But that almost added to how unsettling everything felt. Add in the sparse, low-key music, and I'd say the developers accomplished their goal of leaving you feeling ill at ease. Overall, Rusty Lake Paradise is another haunting entry in this series of odd, sometimes stomach-turning, point-and-click titles. A lot of thought has gone into the imagery and story of this franchise, and to be fair, I don't exactly know what it all means in the end, but it's intriguing enough to keep me looking out for the next pieces of the puzzle.
Hey, Daddy, don't sink a little drinky. Daddy gets side down blue. Sneak a little drinky, sneakity-doo. Sneak a little drinky past you. Sneak a little drinky, sneakity-doo. Sneak a little drinky past you.